What is going on, boys and girls? It's been a while. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, how are you all doing? I hope you've all been keeping safe. As you can notice, I'm here back in New Jersey, where I'm from. So we got that one, Havana, Cuba, and then we got another one right here. That's Wildwood, New Jersey. But yeah, so feel free to check those out. That's obviously not what the video is about today. You know, clearly it's been a long time. It's actually 2:15 in the morning right now, but I felt like this is a better time than any time to kind of make this video. If you follow me here on YouTube and follow me on Instagram, first of all, thank you, right? I have a lot of people on Instagram that reach out through DMs and stuff like that, and then a lot of people that are like pretty interactive on YouTube, which is actually really encouraging, especially when you're just starting out on YouTube and just in general in photography. It gets depends on how far you want to take it, right? You do it kind of like as a hobby, as like a kind of just messing around, it's usually pretty light. But like, I don't know, if you take it really seriously, like I am, I'm very 0 to 100 kind of person. It tends to get kind of daunting, which I kind of think is what this video is going to be a little bit about. My videos are very heavily spaced out, and I think it's because I put a lot of pressure on myself to make it as cool and as like good as possible. Not as cool, but you know what I mean. If it doesn't end up looking how I want it to be or how I envisioned it to be, it usually just gets scrapped. I don't think I'm the only one that has that kind of self-doubt and that kind of voice in the back of your head saying it's not good enough. It's not worth being posted, not worth sharing. So it's encouraging to see a lot of other people that have these same struggles, especially in the creative kind of field. And so, like I said, things like this, especially photography, goes back to how far do you want to take it, right? You can take it very simply, or you can, try to make a career out of it. And so I think that's actually the goal here, especially even if you are trying to make a career out of this, which, disclaimer, I'm actually not. It's more of like a very, it's a hobby that I like to take as far as it can go, to see how good I can get with using the tools that I have. I think even if you do intend on making this vocation kind of like your career, I think it is definitely very, very important to keep it simple, even if you are intending to make this again a career. With the simplicity of the fundamentals, you can use kind of that backbone structure to really hone in on your plot and really hone in on what you're trying to achieve in the video, in the message that you're trying to elicit to your audience. It's a funny recurring pattern, especially along with my friends. When I tell them, oh dude, I just got this new camera, oh I just got this new drone, oh I just got this new piece of equipment. It's funny because everyone gets excited, I get excited, but lately it's become more of the thrill of getting new equipment rather than actually going out and shooting. I noticed it's becoming more of like a recurring pattern. At the end of the day, that's not, I'm trying to create something that is meaningful and like it's impactful to the person that's seeing it. It's hit me finally that like keeping it simple. It's not about the tech, it's not about the equipment, but kind of what you do with that tech and equipment and what you do with those fundamentals of what you're trying to achieve. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. That's kind of what I wanted to kind of share today. And so I feel like it's definitely really interesting because I've come to this realization now. I've posted on YouTube on and off for like 5, 6, 7 years, I don't know. And this whole time, people probably have wondered like, what the hell is this? Like, what is this channel? Maybe not. A lot of you guys are, friends and like people that are just passing by, but the people that like are subscribed and like that are watching my videos, probably wondering like, what is this channel, right? Like, what is the premise of this channel? It went from vlogging to like, I don't know. In the very beginning, it was actually workout videos, which is really funny. They're not on the channel now because they were so bad. But it slowly started turning more into like more the creative side. Now it's, I feel like I officially kind of understand where I want to go and take this channel. So a little bit of background on myself, right? Which I think is also what was missing from this channel. So I don't have like your typical creative background, right? I'm not like your traditional artsy photographer. I have a STEM background, right? Like I graduated with a degree in neuroscience. I am right now pursuing are looking to pursue a medical degree and get into medical school and stuff like that. So using my newfound creativity and my newfound love for like kind of art and stuff like that in the past, you know, like I said, 7-8 years, trying to intertwine the both. And I think that's what the culmination of all of this is, you know, everything you see on the YouTube channel. So like I said, I have a, you know, a love and joy for art. And, you know, with being as busy as I am, you know, with my studies and with, you know, work and stuff like that, photography still is, you know, super easy to learn, and it's super fun to do, especially if you just do it as like a hobby and don't take it so seriously, you know, because when you do that, that's when you get the most fun out of it. When I first started like kind of shooting photos and doing video and stuff like that, it was like my freshman year of college. And I remember very vividly, I was feeling like really, you know, as many people do, right? Like anxious, kind of sad, and a little bit depressed. You know, I felt like I wasn't fitting in. I was literally on the opposite side of campus of like where all like the parties and like social events were happening. So I was noticing that I was very isolated. Like I would stay in my dorm room for, you know, a long time. Like I would just not get out of my dorm room. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna let how I feel kind of dictate how the rest of my year is gonna go as a freshman, right? Like this is college. I'm not gonna, you know, waste it. And so I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know. I must have seen like a Casey Neistat vlog or something. I was like, you know what? Like photography and like videography is like really cool. Let me like go out and buy a camera. With literally like almost all the money I had at the time, I bought a Nikon D5200, I think it was. I used that kind of as an excuse to like get out of my dorm room and go like explore Boston, which if you don't know, that's obviously where I went to school.
What is up, everybody? This is Jacob Meza. My man Zhang over there.
I definitely am, you know, happy that I did that, because you know I wouldn't have met the people that I met. I wouldn't have seen the things that I've seen, and ultimately wouldn't be here shooting, you know, as well as I do now. Definitely not where I want to be, but definitely a lot better than I used to be. So the initial reason why I went out to go shoot, right, to kind of go explore, to, you know, not have an agenda really when you're out shooting, kind of just letting things come to you and just enjoying it. That is kind of what I'm missing right now. And again, also why my videos are so spotty. You know, it's good to have a quality control, but it's also good to kind of just go with the flow a little bit, especially with creativity. You know, it is what it is. It is what you make of it. And, you know, I really think it's a great way to get out, explore, meet people. And if you're good enough, and if you want to, you know, make a career out of it. So I definitely think it's good. It is hot in here. Again, all very interesting as to kind of like how this all came about. And trying to get out of that blocky, narrowed, you know, tunnel vision mindset and like perspective. I went over to the Met over in Manhattan, and so it was a nice little day trip. But you know, I like to go to museums to kind of get out of my creative zone and to be able to put myself in other artists' shoes to kind of see what they saw and how they went about with their creative process. And I think that's, you know, so fascinating because one, you know, even if you're not an artist or a creative or anything like that, I think, you know, just exploring other avenues of thought and perspective are definitely things that would benefit you in your discipline, and not just as an artist, but like as just a thinker. So I definitely endorse that. In Boston, MFA was awesome. And then, you know, where I live, you know, the Met, and then the MoMA is also really good. So today, yeah, I kind of just explored around the museum, a little bit around Manhattan stuff, you know, and I stumbled across, like, I think it was like, you know, Edward Hopper, Van Gogh, Monet, Georgia O'Keeffe, and some other, you know, really cool names. So it was kind of interesting, yeah. So just seeing all those really cool paintings and like photography up close and personal, it was a good way for me to like kind of expand my mind and kind of get the joy back in what I'm doing. A lot of the photos that I took today, not the Met just specifically, but in general, are gonna be kind of probably interspersed throughout this video. So like I said, I finally launched the website I have with most of my portfolios on there. I'd say like 80%. I still have to put some other finished photos on there, but for the most part, it's all set in stone. So if you want to go check that out, link is in the description. It'll also be probably like here or something. I don't know. Again, you know, make sure you get joy out of whatever you do, because at the end of the day, if it's not bringing you joy, then, you know, what's the point? But yeah, so be on the lookout for some short films and, you know, some acting stuff that I'm probably going to be posting soon. At the end of the day, that's what this channel is probably going to be about, just the culmination of all the things creatively that kind of spring up in my mind. So, and if you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're just passing by, thank you. All support has been awesome and appreciated, especially throughout like some of these times where I just haven't posted or haven't been active. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm out of here. It's your boy Jacob. Peace.